Is there anyone here for public comment? Seeing none, there is one resolution on the agenda, RS 2026-1759, sponsors Benedict, and the sponsor is here.
Thank you, Chair, and thank you, committee, for taking up this resolution. So this is a resolution in regards to...
Do you need to move it?
Oh, yeah.
I'll move it.
There's a motion?
Okay, second. Cool. So thank you, committee members. So this resolution is about looking at the council size should the Metro Legal lose the case in the Supreme Court that the state, has legislated we can't be more than 20 members. The goal here, I'm going to talk about this on the floor, but I'm going to I'd ask for your approval tonight. I'm going to move for an approval on the floor, and Chair Kapp and I have discussed this already. I want to explain this on the floor. I certainly could give you my 3-minute speech right now, or you can wait till the floor. And at the end of my speech, I'm going to withdraw the resolution. So, the goal here was to get to work and look at this. Chair Kapp held a meeting on January 7th that ran through a lot of things. I'm not sure how much the public paid attention to a special committee meeting. So that's one reason why I wanted to file this, is to make sure the public has more visibility into it. And then I also want to make sure that, it's clear how this is going to be done if we have to do it, if we're put in that unfortunate situation. So that's what I'll be expanding on the floor. So with that, I seek your approval.
Any further discussion? Councilmember Gadd, then Weiner.
Just a question. Do we need to, or can Director Wilson let us know about the amendment from Berkeley Allen, or
I could speak to that.
that'd be great, or the sponsor, either one.
I think either one of us can, but at this point, Councilmember, this would change essentially the due date for any report for 90 days following the resolution of the Metro v. Lee matter.
Thank you. I just wonder if it's substantive. I appreciate you.
Councilmember Weiner.
Elephant in the room. I'm not sure I understand the reason for bringing it. Let me back up. I understand the reason for bringing it and then withdrawing it so that people pay attention. That concerns me because at this point it's completely out of our hands, and I believe that it's prudent to wait. I'm really listening to Director Dietz's guidance on this and what the potential impact of this committee approving it to go to the floor for further conversation, and how that might be assumed at the Supreme Court or with the opposing counsel, and that we're gearing up, because we don't know what that's going to look like at all. And I think that the shroud of secrecy within the Supreme Court is certainly appropriate for their deliberation. For us, I think we need to sit back and let those chips fall where they will, and then we're all hands on deck. That's just my opinion.
Councilmember Johnson.
Thank you. I think that all this is saying is that we've got a pretty short runway between now and the 2027 election. I appreciate Councilmember Benedict for bringing this. Again, really short runway, and we have no idea when the Supreme Court is going to make that ruling. To say that the Supreme Court, that the judges on the Supreme Court would make or change their decision on a constitutional matter based on this body being proactive in being prepared or possibly looking at whatever different scenarios, again, just to be prepared in case, so that we're being proactive instead of reactive, understanding we have this short runway, I think is just really actually disrespectful to the court. They're going to make that decision based on whatever constitutional law that they have. That's their job. But for them to say, oh, well, they're looking at this resolution to look at all the other different things, and so sure, we're going to rule in their against them. I mean, that just makes no sense to me at all. So again, thank you for bringing this. I want people to understand that we are thinking about this, that there's several different ways that we can look at it. I hope that all of the council members are looking at this, because this would be a situation for us to make the decision on how many districts, how many district council members, how many at large, what is this legislative body gonna look like for the next 50, 100, 150 years? Should we lose this case? This is monumental, and I hope that we are taking this seriously and that each of us are looking at it and are gonna be ready to have a robust conversation immediately, should we need to. We need to be prepared to have that conversation immediately, like the day after, because when you roll backwards from the election, August 2027, you think about it, we don't have that much time.
Yes, Councilmember Suarez.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you for bringing it, but I'm opposed to it not because I think the court will do anything because of whatever we do, but also because to me it looks as if we're throwing in the towel. I'm going to believe until the end of the day that we're going to win this. I do not want a reduction, and our case is strong, and our lawyers are good, and they will do what they need to do, and we're going to remain a 40-member body. And so, doing this prematurely to me feels like we're throwing in the towel, and we already think that we're losing. And so that's the only reason why I do not like it. In terms of, yes, we do not have a lot of time. Yes, this is going to be, if that do happen, it's not going to happen. No, I'm not going to say that. It's not going to happen. But if that does happen, it's not like we're starting from scratch. I know that the legal department has been looking at options, whether they shared with us or not. I know that last term we spent a lot of time discussing what are the options available to us. And so all of those information and planning, doing the mapping, and all of that is there. So we're not starting from scratch, and the time that we have now is a lot longer than what we had last year. And so for those reasons, I honestly not much in support, because I think it will give the constituents and the people the opinion that I don't want to feel like we're throwing in the towel. I really don't. And so that's why I will say, let's just wait. We're going to win, and then this will be mute. So why waste all our time and effort on something that's not going to happen anyway? So that's my stand.
Yes, Councilmember Gay.
Chair, I appreciate all my colleagues' points of view on this. It's been really helpful in how we consider this. I think it would be, you have done a really great job with making sure we're calling meetings together and being as proactive as possible. So thank you for already doing that, and thank you for making sure everyone's able to participate in that. But if this does move forward, it may be really helpful to have you also speak. I know that's a little awkward, little bit of moment back and forth there between the somebody having to designate time over on a withdrawal, but if that's possible, I think it would be helpful on the floor if you could talk about where we are with the plans at some point, so whether that's tonight, if this passes.
Well, I appreciate your kind words, and I don't think we can say too frequently what we said in substance at the committee meeting last week or 2 weeks ago, which is that the case is pending. The Supreme Court is considering it. If we win, then the Constitution of Tennessee will have been vindicated, the Charter of Metro Nashville will have been vindicated, and we all go on with our lives. If the court finds against us, I will immediately call a meeting of this committee, to which all council members will be invited, to start discussing exactly what the decision says, because we don't know, and future discussion and next steps. And that discussion will be in this committee, and with everyone else invited, of course. And I'm happy to share that as frequently as it needs to be shared, so I appreciate you mentioning it. Any further discussion? The motion's made and seconded. All those in favor? All opposed?
Oh, so,
I'll
favor.
vote in
Sorry,
favor.
in
sorry.
favor, sorry. 2 in favor, those opposed? Okay, the committee being evenly divided, the chair votes in the negative to break the tie, and so this is disapproved 3-2. Do I see a motion to adjourn?
So
So
moved.
moved.
We're adjourned.